Hi, ladies, and all my viewers, ladies and men. This is Cheryl Nelson again, coming back to you with another Sarah's Daughters of Faith encouragement. And I just want to thank God for an awesome weekend. It's Monday. We are in June already. Can you believe it? And I'm so excited about the goodness of God. He is awesome. And Father, I just want to thank you today for your faithfulness. I want to thank you for your steadfast love that is unceasing. It truly is unwavering. I thank you for everyone that will stop by today on this podcast, that they will hear an encouraging word as I speak directly to the women of God today that you've called to be helpmates. Yes, Father, to the men of God, to the men in their lives, to the men, Lord, in their surroundings, their fathers, their brothers naturally and their brothers in the spirit. Father, I thank you for the husbands, Lord, that we're called to help. Yes, today. And so I pray, Lord, as I speak these words, Lord, that you've just been churning in my heart about us being real nurturers of that which you've given in the form of children that will come into our lives. I speak to the women today to be an example of the believer in every area of their lives. Yes, I'm talking to the women of God, women who are born again of the Spirit and seeking to walk in obedience to what it is He's called you to do. My heart and my mind goes to Moses. And you say, why Moses? Moses was born at a time in Israel's life when they were in captivity and they'd been there for a couple of years, more than 100 years, more than 200 years. They were in captivity in Egypt. And Moses was born to a Levitical family. His mom, Jochebed, had two children before. And here comes Moses being born at a time when there was a decree out that every child, boy born that was under 2 should be killed. And she gave birth and she hid him for 3 months. When this child was born, she said, there is something about this child. Now I want to talk about the women that helped to shape Moses' life. I'm talking to you women who are nurturers, who at some point in your life, whether you've given birth or not, you will encounter a child. You will encounter someone that you have to pass. You have to pass something to, that you have to protect, that you have to encourage, and we have to be on our best game. The midwives, Shipwa and Pua, that was there around the time they may have been there when Moses was born, did what they had to do to preserve those children. Jochebed did what she had to do as the mother. Then, when it was too difficult, she decided, I've got to pass him on. And what did she do? She spoke to her daughter Miriam, and she made a tar basket, and she put him on the river Nile where she know he would be seen. And this child was marked. It was known that it was a Hebrew child. Who comes along but Pharaoh's daughter with her maidservants? She sees this child. She takes the child up, and she named Moses. He was drawn from the water. She named Moses, and Miriam runs to Moses' rescue and offers care for this child who looked after Moses before he was weaned. Moses went right back to his mom and was nurtured in that time by her, but totally provided for by Pharaoh's daughter. Moses later, there's a female again, goes into the palace. He is educated there. And later on, we see Moses leaving Egypt and running away because of something he did. But for those 40 years while he was away, he goes to a well, and it was a well where his future wife would have shown up, Zipporah. What I'm saying to us is, so many women touch Moses' life along the way, and it was all shaping him to be the deliverer. He was born for this. You don't know the child that you're speaking to right now, what your impact for 10 minutes, for 10 hours, for 10 years, for how long, but that impact that you have as a woman of God is very important. I want us to stop and think about how you're nurturing and impacting the lives of the children that will come across your path. Today, think about that. Think about that. And may the words of our mouth bring life, bring healing, bring hope, bring joy, bring peace, bring correction, bring encouragement, but bring something that will edify and lift up those children that will come across your path. Thank you so much for joining me today for Sarah's Daughters of Faith. It's great. It's great to be back. I am so glad that I am alive at this time in the history of the world. Bless you. Remember to like, share, subscribe, leave an encouragement, leave a thought. If this has blessed you, really, I want you to think about it. You're a nurturer, helpmate. You're a nurturer. He's created you for that and for more. Bless you. We will connect again tomorrow.